One of the most pivotal scenes in the original Gladiator blockbuster was filmed in a place you might not expect, a parking lot. Arthur Max, production designer for both Gladiator and Gladiator II, told the Post that the Roman tent where Maximus, Russell Crowe, was arrested in the 2000 movie had to be built in a parking lot after time ran out for filming in the English woods, which had turned into a muddy mess. In the film, Maximus was arrested for refusing to swear allegiance to the new emperor of Rome, Commodus Joaquin Phoenix, after the brat kills his father, Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Richard Harris, Russell Crowe in a scene from Gladiator filmed in Bournemouth, just outside of London. The arrest sets the rest of the story in motion as Maximus escapes execution, is enslaved, and becomes a gladiator, a role he uses to plot revenge against Commodus. Before Maximus falls from grace, he leads an awe-inspiring battle against barbarians of the Roman frontier, Germanica, a swath of land covering parts of modern-day Germany, Poland, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, and Austria. The battle was filmed in January and February of 1999 in a forest outside of London known as Bournemouth. Director Sir Ridley Scott burned down a part of the forest for the fight against the Gauls, with the permission of England's Forestry Commission, which had slated the area for deforestation. Richard Harris as Marcus Aurelius and Russell Crowe as Maximus in a scene from Gladiator filmed in an English forest, doubling as the Roman frontier of Germanica. In addition to the battle, other scenes were filmed in Bournemouth, most of which took place in an outside luxurious tents that the emperor, royal family, and high-ranking officials would have inhabited on their campaign. It was a whole complex. We created a courtyard of tents, Max recalled. We shot all the tent scenes late after the English winter sun went down early, so we stayed outside for all the battle scenes as long as we had the light. Gladiator and Gladiator II production designer Arthur Max attends BAFTA hosts special screening of Gladiator II at Paramount Theater on November 17, 2024 in Los Angeles, Calif. A significant moment with Russell Crowe and figurines of his wife and son inside his tent on the Germanica campaign. Yet one tent was relegated outside of the forest, the one belonging to Crowe's Maximus. Maximus' tent was on its own because it wasn't part of the compound, which was royal and for nobles. For Commodus' sister, Lucilla, and Marcus Aurelius, Max explained. And Maximus' tent was in the parking lot, Max said, laughing. We had to build the tent in a parking lot. We had to move on from the location where we shot the whole of Germanica, he continued, referring to the tight timeline the filmmakers faced. We didn't complete the arrest scene. Maximus, Russell Crowe, was arrested at the beginning of Gladiator for not swearing loyalty to Commodus Joaquin Phoenix. The arrest takes place in Maximus' tent, his home away from home during the Battle of Germanica. The arrest in Maximus' tent sets the rest of the movie in motion. The parking lot they used was a gravelly spot where production vehicles and trucks were stationed during the shoot, according to Max. Aside from the time constraints, there was another key reason why putting up Maximus' tent in the parking lot made sense. We started in the wood with the other tents, and then it got too difficult to work in amongst the trees for comings and goings, the Oscar nominee explained. After being arrested, Maximus is taken into the forest to be executed. Maximus facing execution. Against all odds, Maximus escapes from his would-be killers. It rained for much of the shoot in Bournemouth, which, while great for the aesthetic and mood of the battle scene, also made a muddy mess. It was very muddy for sure, Max remembered. We were all swimming in mud on grass. So in the end we said, we don't really need the exterior of Maximus' tent, we need the interior. Packed with production vehicles, the parking lot had one more benefit for Max and his team. It had all my equipment nearby. Russell Crowe and director Ridley Scott on the set of Gladiator. The making of Gladiator is replete with remarkable anecdotes. Max also told the Post about the non-stop daily rewrites made on location. It was evolving continuously, Max said of the script. Half the time what we got under the door at night was different in the morning, he added. You know, it was in constant transition. Russell Crowe on the set of Gladiator 2000, during the filming of the battle in Germanica. Production designer Arthur Max attends the Gladiator II Los Angeles premiere at the TCL Chinese Theater on November 18, 2024 in Hollywood, Calif. The movie also had to overcome fights over Crowe's lines, a near-tiger attack, an injured star, and death.